Why did the Soviet Navy attach great importance to submarines? In surface naval warfare, concentrating your units into one big force is vital. Even if your total force is smaller, you can defeat a larger enemy if it divides itself into several smaller forces. If you look at the Soviet Union or Russia on a map, you see that excluding places that are ice all year round, it has coast in 4 separate places that are completely isolated from each other. The Barents Sea, near Norway, in the north, the Baltic Sea, St. Petersburg, in the west, the Black Sea, near Ukraine, in the south, and the Pacific Ocean, around Vladivostok, in the east. Since the Soviet surface fleets in each place could not easily reach or support each other, they were unusually vulnerable to piecemeal defeat. Also, look at the sea around each coastline. In order to get into the open oceans, fleets from each of them had to pass through island chains or landmasses controlled by likely enemies. The Northern Fleet had to go through the Greenland-Iceland UK (GIUK) gap to reach the Atlantic, the Western Fleet through the Baltic Sea, Denmark, and then GIUK, the Southern Fleet through the Bosphorus Straits, Greek islands, and the entire Mediterranean, and the Eastern Fleet had to pass very close to Japan to get into the Pacific. Surface fleets trying any of those routes to the open oceans would get massacred by land-based aircraft from nearby enemy bases. Even in the open ocean, they'd still be very vulnerable to those attacks and have no friendly bases or support nearby. Because submarines are inherently lone raiders, the difficulties concentrating into a large force and supporting that force mattered a lot less. They could try to sneak through some of the gaps in a way that surface ships can't, and they could evade forces that would destroy surface ships. The Soviet Union also put great emphasis on long-range anti-ship aircraft and their air-to-sea missiles for similar reasons.